Hello again, it's Jess from Six Spice. In this video I want to talk to you about eczema. I want to go deep into it and tell you why not necessarily you're having it, but I want to give you some alternatives other than just putting a cream on it. So a lot of doctors just prescribe steroid creams or some sort of medicinal creams, and a lot of people don't like the health effects that they have with the creams on their skin, and they're looking for some sort of natural alternative to it. I actually was approached by a mom who had a little boy with quite serious health issues, and eczema was also what he was suffering from, and I developed the eczema cream for that little boy. Unfortunately, the mom to this day doesn't use the cream because she says it doesn't work, and this is kind of what I want to address. Because does the cream work? Yes, it does work. But there are other factors involved that perhaps some people are not aware of or don't put into place, so they don't think that, they think like a cream is the solution. The cream is a helper, and it is your responsibility to also do a little bit of research and expand what eczema is and how it's affecting you and what you can do to help your child or yourself with your condition. Now, let's just start at the beginning. Now, the skin is an external organ. It's an organ. It's very important that we look after our skin properly. But the skin is also a messenger, because it relays what is happening internally to us externally. So if we have a rash, okay, it's telling us there's a problem. Now, I am allergic to animals. Even my dog that I have, I'm allergic to him. So when I pet him, I get hives on my skin and I get itchy. And I know that my immune system is reacting negatively to my dog, and I know I have had allergy testing done, and I am allergic to dust mites, and horses. And whether it's the dust on him that is making me react, or whether it's something else, it doesn't matter. It could be like, what do they call it? The dandruff of the pets. That could be it. But the point is that my body's negatively reacting internally, and it's showing me externally that there's an issue. Now, with eczema, what's happening is there's an issue internally, usually in the gut. In our digestive system is where our health takes place. So with eczema, the first thing you need to do is look at your gut health, maybe get it analyzed if you want to really dive into it, but realize like it's deeper than just external. Okay, eczema, there is a problem going on inside your body. You may not have ever heard that before from doctors, because doctors have a different perspective than someone like myself who's into more natural alternative medicine. I am not a doctor, or I don't have any sort of credentials or anything like that, but I've done a lot of my own research into natural alternatives, and when I was developing this eczema cream, I was really looking into it. Other factors, okay? What's the water like? Is it hard water? Where I live, the water's very harsh. It's full of calcium, it's full of chlorine, and it's rough on your skin. So already, if you have sensitive skin, that's going to negatively affect it, because it affects pretty much everybody in this area that I live with their skin. Their skin gets very dry and it gets damaged because of the water. Alternatives. If you have a some sort of mineral water, you have access to reverse osmosis water, and you can bathe in that. I know it's a lot of work, but even the affected areas, keeping out of harsh water is good. Next, what are you using on your skin? If you have eczema all over your hands and you're washing them in detergents like dish soap and things like that, oh my goodness, it's a nightmare. Don't do that. put something protective on your hands, like rubber gloves, before you do the dishes. You need to protect the area. You have to be proactive in your healing process. Also, like soaps. If you have a baby and they have eczema, do not use soap on them. Keep them out of water. Bathe every other day, every few days. There are steps you can take to help your healing process, even with yourself. Bathing alternative days, being careful of the soaps you use, watching. The soaps have a lot of nasty chemicals and things in them. Flies are bad out here. Be mindful of that. Choose something softer and more natural, and that will not damage your skin as much. Using a moisturizer afterwards, something intense and that will really soak into your skin will be really beneficial as well after you bathe the affected person, like your child or your baby or something. Okay, this is my book that I learned lots of. It's called Natural Healing, Wisdom and Know-How, and this is where I got my information for my herbs that I use in my eczema self. In this book, it says with the eczema that there needs to be an essential fatty acid added to the diet. They were once known as vitamin F's, essential fatty acids. So this is something you can do. Let's talk about, right now we're going to talk about what we can do to supplement our diets of ourselves or our children or the affected person to help them. 1, get your gut health looked at. 2, get some probiotics and prebiotics to fix your gut health. Perhaps look into your liver. Fatty liver is like one of those hidden problems, health problems that cause a host of other problems that nobody even knows about. I follow a lot of alternative medicine things, and this is coming up a lot. I'm seeing fatty liver. So this is something to think about. Looking into your liver health and your digestive health, getting in on some probiotics, prebiotics, making some ghee, some kefir, whatever else like that. But also, I'm going to read a little bit in here. Getting some polyunsaturated fats in your diets, or essential fatty acids. They were once known as vitamin F, and there are 2 types, omega-3s and omega-6s. You may have heard of these before. Omega-3s come from flax, chia, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, canola oil, seaweed, and cold water fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, butterfish, tuna, and anchovies. Okay, there's a lot of heavy metals in fish, so just be mindful you're not just eating a whole bunch of fish. You have to take into account the heavy metals that are now in fish. Okay, omega-6s. The oils come from plant sources such as unprocessed, unheated vegetable oils, so cold pressed oils, okay? Safflower, sunflower, corn, sesame, botanicals such as borage, evening primrose. You can get evening primrose tablets. Make sure you get a cold pressed evening primrose tablet. That would be excellent. And saturated animal fat, like choosing free range organic meats. And you should. It says that omega-3s and 6s have individual functions. Both are necessary for health and should be taken in equal amounts rather than one over the other. So basically just have a balanced diet. So maybe with your kids, give them some evening primrose. If they can't eat a tablet because they're too small, open it up, mix it in some of their food. Pumpkin seeds, walnuts, canola oil. You be careful with that because there's a lot of GMOs in canola oil. Seaweed, if they like sushi, that would be really good. Oh, but flax, you can get flaxseed oil. I have it. I put it on my kids' food. In a like you can get cold pressed flaxseed oil. So easy. Evening primrose oil, flaxseed oil. Put it in their food every day. Do an experiment and see what happens. Don't just take my word for granted. Like, do it. See what happens. But let's I also want to talk about some of the herbs I use, because this video is already 10 minutes long, so might as well just get right into it. And why do I use these herbs? Okay, in eczema, with my eczema self, I use alfalfa. It's a nutritive herb with a high mineral and vitamin content, including vitamin K and iron. I use burdock root, which is a blood cleanser used for skin eruptions, dry scaly skin conditions, and it's a digestive stimulant, obviously not applicable here. Chaparral leaf, a blood cleanser, antioxidant, antibiotic, antiviral, antiseptic, specific for infections and skin problems. Very good. I don't use that. Horsetail is high in silica and calcium and used to strengthen hair, skin, and nails. Nettle, a nutritive herb specific for childhood and nervous eczema. It's rich in iron, silica, potassium. Next page. Horsetail nettle. I'm just looking up where else. But some of the herbs, here we go. Calendula. Calendula flower is one of my favorites. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-stringent, antifungal, and it's for wounds, ulcers, burns, abscesses. So you can actually like apply this cream right onto the eczema stuff, right onto an open wound, and it will heal it, which is like amazing. It will not, every herb I've chosen to infuse into the hemp oil is all soothing and calming, and it's not going to like flare up anything. It will actually, it's designed to be put right on top of a wound and heal it, and calm it. I use comfrey root, which speeds the healing of surface wounds. Mallow or marshmallow, which is a herb, not the food sugar one. Mallow speeds the healing. It's anti-inflammatory again. St. John's wort, it's used for wounds, antibacterial, speed wounding, wound healing, burn healing. So yeah, when you have children that have inflamed skin, especially like really tiny babies, it's really disheartening, and it's really awful to see them hurting. And as our carers and people who love them, we really want to help them. And I'm really like honored that I took the time and have the ability and knowledge that I could make this to help everybody's little ones or yourself or whoever. So thank you for trusting in me and my ability to use this self, and just healing love to everybody and blessings. And I'd love to hear what you think of this video. So until next time, bye.